Hey guys, welcome to StudyIQ. My name is Prashant Dhawan. Dr. Gaurav Garg will return in a week or so, and next week's current affairs video will be made by him. So for the time being, let's study the current affairs from 13th June to 19th June. So you can follow Dr. Gaurav Garg on his Facebook profile by following this link. This link will be given in the description box and the comment section below. StudyIQ's various pen drive and tablet courses are available for all these government exams. Railway 2017, SSC CGL 2017, which is our best-selling pen drive course, our hottest-selling pen drive course that will help you in various examinations, CLAT 2017, Hotel Management, BBA, and of course for the bank exams, IBPS, SBI, PO and Clerk, both are covered comprehensively in our pen drive and tablet courses. And now we have also launched a pen drive and tablet course for the UPSC 2018 examination. It has prelims material as well as mains material, and the course has been made by Bhumika Saini, who got rank 664 this time around in the UPSC examinations, and Dr. Mahipal Singh Rathore, and of course Dr. Gaurav Garg. So to order this pen drive or tablet course, you can order it directly from StudyIQ.com or call this number over here, 9580048004. So let's have a look at our first question. Which of the following festivals of light has been awarded by Guinness World Records the title for the largest interactive lighting display? So over here we have a list of such festivals. Let me tell you where are all these festivals celebrated. That will help you in other exams as well. So first of all, Solana Festival. Do you know where this is celebrated? It is celebrated in Beijing, China. And then Vivid Sydney of course in Australia, Luminaire London in England, Berlin illuminated in of course Germany. Now our answer over here is Vivid Sydney, and recently Vivid Sydney Festival of Lights was celebrated in Sydney near the Opera House, the Sydney Opera House, and around 1,24,000 lights were lit over there, and over here you can actually see the view. It was quite beautiful. I would actually suggest you to Google it as well. Some very beautiful images from there. So what we have to remember over here for our comparative examinations is that Sydney is not the capital of Australia, it is Canberra. And who is the Prime Minister of Australia? He is Malcolm Turnbull. Union Cabinet recently approved a memorandum of understanding with which country on cooperation on youth matters? Now, when we talk about youth, what exactly do we mean? Well, various organizations around the world, they have different definitions for the word youth. For example, United Nations believes that any individual between the age of 15 to 24 can be called a youth, whereas Commonwealth countries believe that any individual between the age of 15 to 29 can be called youth. So it varies. Now, when we talk about youth matters, we talk about skill development. We are talking about their health, their employment. So all these things come under youth matters. So India has signed a memorandum of understanding with Armenia. Now let me show you where Armenia is on the world map. But before that, let me tell you what is the currency of Armenia. This has been asked in various examinations. It is Armenian dram, D-R-A-M, Armenian dram. Now let's have a look where Armenia is on the world map. So over here you can see the map of Europe and Asia. If we zoom in a bit, you can see India over here, then Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran, and then you will see Turkey. The capital of Turkey is not Istanbul, it is Ankara. Make sure that you remember that. They asked this question in various examinations. Istanbul is like the Mumbai of Turkey. Alright, it is pretty much like the financial capital, although in India, Mumbai is not the financial capital anymore, it is Delhi, but you get the gist, right? So if we look at the eastern side of Turkey, you will see the small country over here that is sandwiched between Azerbaijan and Turkey. Now the capital of Azerbaijan is Baku. Over here you can see this, Baku, and then you will see over here, this is Armenia. Armenia shares its border with Georgia, Turkey, Azerbaijan and Iran. Now, what is the capital of Armenia? It is Yerevan, and recently we have signed a memorandum of understanding with which country? Armenia. Who has been appointed as Serbia's first gay and first female prime minister? Now, this is a very historic moment for Serbia. They are going to get their first female prime minister who coincidentally is also gay. So they are going to get their first gay prime minister as well as their first female prime minister. So this is a historic moment for that country. So the answer over here is Anna Barnabek. Over here you can see her picture. Now I think it will be wise of us to just have a look at the map and see where Serbia is located so that we can get the most out of this question. Alright, so this is the map of Asia and Europe. Over here you can see India. Now again we go to the northwestern side and now we are in Europe. Now over here you can see all these major countries, big countries, Romania, Bulgaria, but over here this medium-sized country over here, this is Serbia. It shares its borders with a lot of countries like Romania, Hungary, and Croatia, Bosnia, Montenegro, and of course Macedonia. Where was Alexander the Great from? He was from Macedonia, and of course Serbia also shares its borders with Bulgaria. Now the currency of Serbia is Serbian dinar, D-I-N-A-R, dinar, and the capital of Serbia is Belgrade. Niti Aayog, National Institution for Transforming India. Niti Aayog has offered support for implementation of the Nava Kerala mission. The mission primarily focuses on how many sectors? Now this is a very important question. The answer over here is 4. So this mission focuses on 4 sectors. Those 4 sectors are education, health, agriculture and housing. Now who is the chairman of Niti Aayog? This is a very easy question. Our Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the Vice Chairman is Arvind Pangaria, and the Chief Executive Officer CEO of Niti Aayog is Amitabh Kant. The next question is, what is the name of the 24/7 helpline launched by CRPF to assist Kashmiris? Now CRPF stands for Central Reserve Police Force, CRPF, and the Director General of CRPF is Rajiv Rai Bhatnagar. Make sure you remember that. And the name of the 24-hour helpline that has been launched is Madadgar. So this will operate 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. This helpline has been created for assistance for public safety, natural calamities and disruption of civic amenities. Now over here we have to name the country that has topped the brand's top 100 most valuable global brands ranking by WPP and Kantar Millward Brown. Now over here, as you can pretty much see, this is a list of the top most valuable global brands. When I talk about brands, I mean Adidas, McDonald's, all these brands, all these companies have their own brands and they have their own value. So over here, for a very long time, Apple used to dominate such rankings, but for the first time, Google has overtaken Apple and it has become the most valuable global brand according to this ranking system. And the brand value of Google is estimated to be more than 245 billion US dollars. And Google is also headquartered in California. The CEO of Google, I'm sure all of you probably know, is Sundar Pichai. The next question is, as per the code compliance rating of banks by the Banking Codes and Standards Board of India, BCSBI 2017, which is the only public sector bank that got H rating. Now when I say H, I don't really mean it got a horrible rating that A, B, C, D, oh my god, H is so far away, it got a very horrible rating. Over here, H is considered a very high rating because H represents high. Alright. So a lot of private banks got very high ratings as well, like ICICI Bank, Axis Bank, HDFC Bank. Most of them scored much higher than the public sector bank that we are going to talk about. But since this question is about the PSB Bank, the public sector bank, we have to answer that which government owned public sector bank has got the high rating for 2 successive surveys, one after another. So the answer over here is IDBI Bank. So IDBI Bank has got the H high rating, and it got a rating of 85 out of 100. The other private sector banks, most of them got 89 or something, but they are private sector banks, so they have their own advantages. 8 private sector banks got high rating, and 3 foreign banks that work in India got high rating. And the chairman of BCSBI is AC Mahajan. Now, which state government recently signed a memorandum of understanding with the central government and Airports Authority of India for the program UDAN? The acronym UDAN stands for Ude Desh Ka Har Aam Nagrik. It is a flagship scheme of Government of India which aims to rejuvenate Tier 2 and Tier 3 city airports all over the country, and of course boost the domestic tourism. So the state that has recently signed a memorandum of agreement for the Udan program is Punjab. So under this memorandum of understanding, 4 airports in Punjab will be connected with the scheme. Those 4 airports are in Bathinda, Ludhiana, Pathankot and Adampur. And the Chief Minister of Punjab, I'm sure most of you probably know, is Captain Amrinder Singh, and the Governor of Punjab is VP Singh Badnoor. Recently, consumer price inflation fell to a record low in May. To what percentage? Now, first of all, we need to know who calculates consumer price inflation. This is calculated by CSO, Central Statistics Organization, and later on RBI uses this information for various purposes, especially to calculate inflation and other purposes as well. So recently this fell to a record low when it hit 2.18%. Now this is quite low because a few months ago it was around 2.99%. So this is a very dramatic fall, and this can mean a lot of things. It can also mean that overall the inflation might go down in the coming years, but this is I think it's too soon to say that. Let's just wait and watch. For the time being, you need to know that this is calculated by CSO, and this is the recent fall that it has experienced. The next question is, seed industry has decided to cut retail prices of hybrid seeds. Now hybrid seeds are seeds that are made, that are sort of generated by mixing 2 different breeds of seeds or plants. So that's how you get a hybrid seed. It has the ability of both the breeds, both the species. So by how much percent was the price of hybrid seeds recently reduced? So the answer over here is 10%. So because of the Kharif season that is around the corner, there was a cut in the retail prices of hybrid seeds. And of course, the agriculture minister in India is Radha Mohan Singh. Make sure you remember that, since we are talking about that. Knowing this is important as well. Now this is a very interesting question. Who has been appointed as a mission director of Atal Innovation Mission under Niti Aayog in the rank of additional secretary? Now first of all, you need to know that since we are talking about mission director, it doesn't really mean that the post is of a very low rank, because usually in government ministries, the topmost bureaucrat of a ministry is the secretary, and under the secretary is the additional secretary and then the joint secretary. After that, a few ranks later, we have the director. Now since this post, mission director, because of the name of this post, mission director, you might assume that perhaps this post is not that powerful, but over here it is mentioned that it is equivalent to the rank of additional secretary. So that means even though the name is mission director, he will have the same power as an additional secretary has of any other ministry. Now another example can be the director of CBI. Now again, you might look at the name of the post, director. Director comes under even the joint secretary, so you might assume that the director of CBI is not that powerful, but he has almost as much as power as the secretary of any ministry. So names can vary. You need to know what is the what kind of power that person enjoys. All right. So this is quite a powerful post, and Atal Innovation Mission is basically an initiative by the government of India to cultivate a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship in the country. We will read about it a little bit after discussing this question. So who has been named the mission director recently? The person is Ramanathan Ramanan. So over here you can actually see the objective of Atal Innovation Mission. Atal Innovation Mission, including self-employment, talent utilization, SETU, is Government of India's endeavor to promote a culture of innovation and entrepreneurship. Its objective is to serve as a platform for promotion of world-class innovation hubs. So basically, this is an initiative by the Government of India so that people become job creators rather than job seekers. So basically, this is Atal Innovation Mission in a nutshell. The next question is, which of the following is not one of the 3 nations recently elected to the United Nations Economic and Social Council in the Asia Pacific category? Now over here, according to this question, out of these 4 nations, 3 have been selected, only one has been left out. So the country that has been left out is Pakistan. Earlier, it was a member of the United Nations Economic and Social Council. So was India and Japan. But this time around, India and Japan have been re-elected. Unfortunately for Pakistan, it could not get re-elected, and Philippines has replaced Pakistan. Now, there is a 3-year term in the UN Economic and Social Council. That means India, Japan and Philippines now have a 3-year term over there, and a total of 18 members are there in the Economic and Social Council globally. I'm not talking about the Asia Pacific category. Some countries are selected from the Asia Pacific category, but in total there are 18 countries that are elected globally. And the current president of this Economic and Social Council, this UN Economic and Social Council, is Frederick Shava, S-H-A-V-A. Now his name is really long, so I suggest you just remember this. Frederick Shava. He is from Zimbabwe. Railway Minister Suresh Prabhu recently flagged off Gandhi Darshan special train originating from which state? Your options are over here. The correct answer over here will be Gujarat. And this will cover a lot of places like Motihari, Gaya, Varanasi, Allahabad, and Surat. And this will be a 10-day tour. And the train will be formally called Astha. Now recently, Sustainable Gastronomy Day was observed on 18 June. Remember that. A lot of things come under the umbrella of gastronomy, like how you cook your food, how you eat it, how you choose it, a lot of things. So you can pretty much understand that this is a huge umbrella and a lot of things are a part of gastronomy. So there was a resolution in the United Nations General Assembly to observe this day every single year. Now we need to answer, when did this begin? From which year did we start celebrating or observing this Sustainable Gastronomy Day? So our answer over here will be 2016. That means in 2017 we observed our first Sustainable Gastronomy Day on 18 June. That's why this becomes even more important. Perhaps it will not be as much as important as it is right now next year, but since this is the first Sustainable Gastronomy Day, I strongly suggest that you remember it. The next question is, President Pranab Mukherjee recently launched how many kilometers stretch of Green Line of Nama Metro? Now, Nama Metro is the metro train of Bangalore. Bangalore's metro train is called Nama Metro. And so the answer over here is 11.3 kilometers. The next question is, which state has the highest number of children engaged in child labor as per CRY report? CRY is a NGO and the full form of CRY is Child Rights and You. So according to the report by CRY, Uttar Pradesh has the highest number of children that are engaged in some kind of a labor. In well, overall in India we have 8 lakh children that are engaged in labor. Out of this, 2.5 lakh are in Uttar Pradesh alone. Then in second place we have Bihar, where 2 lakh children are engaged in labor, and in third place we have Maharashtra. The next question is, as per IFAD's report, Sending Money Home, Contributing to the Sustainable Development Goals, One Family at a Time, which country has topped recipient of migration remittances in 2016? Now, first of all, you might ask, what is the full form of IFAD? If you ask that question, kudos to you, good question, because the full form of this acronym is International Fund for Agricultural Development. And India received the highest amount of remittances, that totaled to around 62.7 billion US dollars. And in the second place was China. China received around 60 billion US dollars, or no, 61 billion US dollars. As per the top 500 list of supercomputers, Sunway, Tianhu Lite and Tianhe 2 have been declared the world's fastest and second fastest machines, supercomputers. So the supercomputers, these two fast supercomputers, have been built by which country? The answer over here is China. So China is dominating a lot in these lists, and on the third spot was Swiss Piz Daint. Alright, so United States wasn't even able to get the third spot, and on the fourth spot was America's Titan. The next question is H.S. Shivaprakash, who has been honored with the Kusumgaraj or Kusumgaraj Rashtriya Puruskar, writes in which language? So the answer over here is Kannada. And Kusumgaraj was a very famous Marathi writer who was also a Gyanpith awardee. As per Chief Minister Raghubar Das, which company is going to jointly set up a steel plant at Manoharpur with Jharkhand Mineral Development Corporation, JSMDC? Well, the answer over here is Vedanta Group. These two have signed a MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, of 700 crore rupees. Now the next question is, which building has become the first in India to get trademarked? So the answer over here is B, Taj Mahal Palace. Now this is not the Agra Taj Mahal, this is the Taj Mahal Palace in Mumbai that was attacked in the 26/11 attacks on Mumbai. And there are a lot of other monuments and properties around the world that have been trademarked, like the Empire State Building in New York, the Eiffel Tower in Paris, and of course the Sydney Opera House. Recently, IOC, BPCL, HPCL signed an agreement. This is a big deal actually. They recently signed an agreement to build one of the world's largest integrated refinery cum petrochemicals complexes. Now, we need to answer where will this be built. So the answer over here will be, no, it's not B, it's not C, neither is it Jamnagar, it is Ratnagiri. Now, where is Ratnagiri? It is in the state of Maharashtra. Now, the total cost of this enormous project will be $40 billion, and Indian Oil Corporation will lead this project. And in the end, it is estimated that it will produce around 60 million metric tons per annum of petrochemicals, and it should be commissioned by around 2022. The next question is, which day of June is celebrated as Father's Day every single year? So this is a very simple question if you know the answer, that is. So the answer over here will be A, third Sunday. So every third Sunday of June is celebrated as Father's Day. This time around in 2017, we celebrated Father's Day on June 18th. The next question is, which of the following ended its 41-year-old sponsorship with Olympic Games recently? So the answer over here is straightforward, McDonald's. And as you can see, it had a very long relationship with the Olympic Games. And they can also ask that where the 2020 Summer Olympic Games will be held. That's a very easy question. It is Tokyo, Japan. Now, who is the CEO and president of McDonald's? His name is Steve Easterbrook. 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 Steve Easterbrook. The next question is, Power Minister Piyush Goyal launched Energy Conservation Building Code 2017. This is, according to this, a commercial building needs to demonstrate minimum energy savings of how much percent in order to be considered ECBC compliant. Now, every building that harbors a lot of corporate offices, it tends to consume a lot of energy. So in order to stop this initiative has been started by our Minister of Power. So under this initiative, if a building wants to become ECBC compliant, then it has to show that it has saved energy of around 25%. Now this can be done through various ways, by using solar panels, by using various other non-fossil fuel based sources of energy. So that is up to them. Other than that, there are some other categories as well. For example, if a building manages to demonstrate around 35% of energy savings, then it will be called ECBC plus. And if it somehow manages to show 50%, then it will be called Super ECBC. Alright, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's just a way to reduce the power consumptions in corporate buildings. Now, which of the following books were released recently during the centenary celebrations of Sabarmati Ashram? So these two books were, first of all, Letters to Gandhi, and the second one was Pioneers of Satyagraha. It also inaugurated two galleries titled My Life is My Message and Charkha. The chief guest was his grandson, the Mahatma Gandhi's grandson, and former West Bengal Governor Gopal Krishna Gandhi. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So our answer will be 2 and 3. The next question is, as per UNCTAD, now you might be asking what exactly is this? This is United Nations Conference on Trade and Development report. So they came up with a report. The report was titled World Investment Report 2017 Investment and the Digital Economy. Which of the following is not one of the top 3 countries in the most prospective destinations for foreign direct investments? So over here all these countries are in the top 3, but Indonesia isn't. So the top 3 countries that are best for FDI are United States, and then it is followed by China, and then India. The next question is, who has been appointed as the brand ambassador for goods and services by CBEC? So this is a very easy question. It is Amitabh Bachchan. This was in the news a lot. The next question is, which state signed a memorandum of understanding with British Council to enhance quality of education in the state? Now, British Council is a language training institute that has branches all over India in various states: Delhi, Mumbai, Kolkata. People usually go there to enhance their English speaking skills, or well, other than that, they also conduct various examinations like IELTS, that is required for I think to gain a visa or to work in a Commonwealth nation. So they do a lot of things. So recently they tied up with which state to enhance the quality of education? They tied up with Sikkim. Alright, so you need to remember that. Oscar winning director John G. Avildsen, who recently passed away, is best known for which film? So the answer over here is Rocky. So it is a cult classic. Sylvester Stallone was in the lead in this movie. It was a story of a boxer who fights all odds in order to succeed, and it won the Oscar in 1977. The next question is, which country is hosting official observance of the 2017 United Nations World Day to Combat Desertification? Now, desertification is when a fertile piece of land slowly turns into a desert, and yes, it does happen. The areas under desert are slowly increasing around the world, and it's a serious issue. If it continues this way, then we might see a very serious food shortage in the coming decades. So this was observed on June 17. Now we need to answer, where was it officially observed? So officially it was observed in Burkina Faso. Now let's have a look at where Burkina Faso is. Now of course, before doing that, let me tell you what was the theme of this year's World Day to combat desertification and drought. So this year's theme was Our Land, Our Home and Our Future. So where exactly is Burkina Faso? Over here you see India, then Pakistan, then the Gulf of Oman. Over here this is the Strait of Hormuz, and then if we go down over here, you will see the Gulf of Aden, and then if we just keep going west, you will see over here, this is Africa. Alright, this is Madagascar over here, and over here you can see this landlocked country. This is Burkina Faso. So the neighboring countries are Mali, Guinea, and of course Togo, Ghana, and you can see all these are coastal countries, whereas Burkina Faso isn't. And the capital of Burkina Faso is Ouagadougou, and the currency of Burkina Faso is West African CFA franc. Who is ranked at number 1 in the latest ICC ODI batting rankings? The answer is Virat Kohli. So according to these rankings, the best batsman in the world right now is Virat Kohli. Now they might also ask you, who is the best bowler in the world according to this ICC ODI bowling rankings? So the best bowler in the world right now is Josh Hazelwood. He is from Australia. Now there is another category, the best all-rounder according to ICC ODI rankings. So the best all-rounder right now is Shakib Al Hasan. Shakib Al Hasan is from Bangladesh. Next question is, government recently made Aadhaar mandatory for which of the following? Now the answer over here is quite simple. If you have been reading the newspaper recently, you can answer this quite easily. First of all, opening the bank account and transactions above 50,000. So the answer will be 3 and 4 C. Next question is, which country is planning to send mini ecosystems comprising of potato seeds and silkworm eggs to the moon in 2018? Now this is very important because sending mini ecosystems to the moon can be a very big research, because scientists will then be able to see how the things that grow on Earth, how do they grow on the moon. So this will give a lot of insight about a lot of things. So the answer over here is China. Alright, so this will be a 3 kilogram mini ecosystem, and it has been developed by a Chinese university called Chongqing University. Now the next question is, actor Sam Beasley, who recently passed away, is best known for his role in which movie series? So the answer over here is Harry Potter. He played the role of a professor in the movie Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. Now moving on, in a first, who has been named as administrator of Sahara Life Insurance by IRDAI? Now first of all, what is the full form of this acronym IRDAI? So the full form of this acronym is Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority. Alright, so well, this is the first time that a private company's administrator has been chosen by IRDAI. That is why this is a very important thing. So the answer over here is RK Sharma. Alright, and the chairman of IRDAI is TS Vijayan, and IRDAI is headquartered in Hyderabad. The next question is, government is planning to set up an academy to promote which of the following dialects in Hindi? So Hindi has a lot of dialects. Now the government is planning to promote Braj. Now you might also be asked, who is the Union Culture Minister, because this is related to the culture of our country. So the answer is Mahesh Sharma. And the Braj Sahitya Academy will most likely be opened in Mathura. You must also remember that, Mathura. And Braj is spoken in the regions including Mathura, Agra, Itaha and Aligarh. The next question is, which state union territory government has announced to offer cement at subsidized rates to low and middle income people, and name the scheme after Congress President Sonia Gandhi? So Puducherry has decided to do so. So they will come up with a scheme and they will name it after Congress President Sonia Gandhi, and they will offer cement at subsidized rates to them. And the Chief Minister of Puducherry is V. Narayanaswamy, and the Lieutenant Governor of course is Kiran Bedi. The next question is, which of the following departments has established a GST facilitation cell to address any tax issue? So the answer over here is Industrial Policy and Promotion. The next question is, Union Cabinet has approved the introduction of Financial Resolution and Deposit Insurance Bill 2017. It deals with which of the following issues? So it deals with bankruptcy. Alright, now it is very much similar to the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code of 2016. The only difference is that it deals with the companies that are in the financial sector. Alright, and once enacted, I am talking about this bill, once enacted, it will result in repealing the Deposit and Insurance Credit Guarantee Corporation Act 1961. Next question is, who has been appointed as Executive Vice President in Goods and Service Tax Network GSTN? So the answer over here is Kajal Singh. So the next question is, who has been selected for the 5th Bhupen Hazarika National Award 2016? Bhupen Hazarika was a very famous singer from Assam. So this award will be given by a Pune-based social organization, Sarhad. So the answer is A. Yeshe Dorji Tongji, and the president of Sarhad is Sanjay Nahar, and this guy Yeshi, he is from Arunachal Pradesh. He is a poet. Next question is, Real Madrid Legends and Barcelona Legends exhibition match is going to be held in which Indian city in September? So the answer over here is Kolkata, and it will be a tribute to the late Dutch legend Johan Cruyff. Now again, this match will feature all the major stars who have been retired, who are retired now, who have once played for Real Madrid or Barcelona. So the current team of Barcelona or Real Madrid, they won't be coming to India. Next question is, as per the statistics, Minister D.V. Sadanand Gowda, the base year of national accounts is to be changed from 2011-12 to what? So the answer is 2017-18. Alright. And the chief statistician of our country is T.C.A. Anand. T.C.A. Anand. A-N-A-N-T. Now NTPC recently energized a canal top solar PV system. Now where is this located? So this is located in Modua Thermal Power Project. Alright. So they might also ask where is it located? I mean in which city? So the answer will be Nagpur, and Nagpur is in Maharashtra. Next question is, as per Sholab International founder Bhindeshwar Pathak, an open defecation free village in Mewar district will be named after which world leader? So the answer is Donald Trump, and this Mewar district is in Haryana. The next question is, when was World Elder Abuse Awareness Day observed? And well, the theme of this year's World Elder Abuse Awareness Day was Understand and End Financial Abuse of Older People, a Human Rights Issue. Now this was observed on 15th June. Alright, and this was done under United Nations Madrid International Plan of Action on Aging. Alright, so that doesn't really require a lot of explanation. Basically, this was done for elderly people who face a lot of abuse. Okay. Next question is, World Bank recently approved financing worth more than 520 million for developmental projects in which country? So the answer over here is Afghanistan. And out of this 520 million, 250 million will go to support the refugees that are coming back from Pakistan. So yes, a lot of refugees went to Pakistan when the Afghan war was in full throttle, but now they are returning. So in order to make sure that they don't face a lot of hardships when they come back to their motherland, this amount will be used. Now the next question is, as per Ericsson Mobility Report 2017, an average of how much data per month is expected to be consumed by an active Indian smartphone user by 2022. So right now an active Indian smartphone user is consuming around 4 GB per month. Alright. And it is expected that as the consumer base of the Indian mobile subscription increases, more and more data will be consumed. So according to this report, by 2022 an active Indian smartphone user will consume around 11 GB of data. Next question is, which country is in association with the Asian Development Bank launched a green financing platform to help fight air pollution? So this has been done by China. Now the intention over here is to curb pollution in Beijing, Tianjin, Hebei region and its neighborhood regions. And the Asian Development Bank has approved a loan of 488 million euros for this project. It is dollars, not euros. Where is Asian Development Bank headquartered? Actually, you don't need to answer. I'll tell you the answer. It is headquartered in Philippines. And the president right now is Takehiko Nakao. The next question is, Border Security Force BSF recently announced that infrared pillars and smartphone sensors have been installed at India's border at this over here. The answer is Sundarbans. Now this is near the Bangladesh border, not the Pakistan border, and the India-Bangladesh border is around 4,096 kilometers long, and around 300 kilometers of area has been covered by the infrared pillars and smart sensors. The next question is, which city's civic body has directed every eatery in the city to provide clean drinking water to all their customers? So the answer over here is Bengaluru. Alright. And the civic body in Bengaluru is Bruhat Bengaluru Mahanagara Palike, BBMP. The next question is, the Indian arm of which of the following car makers has planned to invest 120 crores in India in 2017? So the answer over here is BMW. Now the next question is, which of the following has voted to become the 51st state of the United States in a referendum conducted recently? So the answer over here is C, Puerto Rico. Now the citizens of Puerto Rico were American citizens, but they weren't allowed to vote in the presidential elections. So now after this referendum, this problem has been solved. So the citizens of Puerto Rico can now vote in the presidential elections. Of course, not this time around. Later on, when Trump's term is over. So the capital of Puerto Rico is San Juan. The next question is, which of the following in partnership jointly with UNESCO has launched a fellowship program? So this answer is Sahapedia. Now Sahapedia is basically an online open online source of Indian arts. Now suppose you go to Wikipedia, you get information about certain things, but they don't really have in-depth information about Indian arts and its origin. So Sahapedia is working to bridge this gap over there, and it is an open source website where you can get a lot of information about Indian arts. Alright, next question is, in which city was the global event of World Health Organization's World Blood Donor Day 2017 held on June 14, and the theme was Give Blood, Give Now, Give Often. So the answer over here is Hanoi. Now the Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam, and the currency of Vietnam is Vietnamese dong, D-O-N-G, dong. Next question is, IBPS recently notified norms for fast-track insolvency resolutions at small companies. As per the new norms, the resolution process is to be completed in how many days? Around 90 days. Now this is for small companies. Now if you are talking about large firms, then the time limit is of 180 days. Alright. Now this can be extended by 45 days as well if a National Company Law Tribunal approves. So there are various reasons, but for small companies, you must remember, for examination purposes, for small companies the limit is of 90 days. Next question is, which state government has launched a website to facilitate online sale and purchase of cattle? So the answer is Telangana. Now this has been done as a result of the central government's ban on the sale of cattle for slaughter in the markets. So they have created this online platform where people can sell and purchase cattle. Next question is, SEBI has asked commodity exchanges to compulsory set up SEBI has asked commodity exchanges to compulsorily set up ISF and IPF. Now what does I in these two acronym means? The I is investor. Alright, so the I is investor, and the acronym over here is Investor Service Fund, ISF, and IPF is Investor Protection Fund. The next question is, June 13 is observed every year by United Nations to spread awareness for which of the following congenital disorder? So the answer over here is albinism. Alright, and the name that has been given to this awareness day is International Albinism Awareness Day. It is observed on June 13th. Now this is a very important question. Tata Advanced Systems Limited, TASL, inked a agreement to jointly manufacture F-16 fighter jets in India with which of the following? So the answer over here will be Lockheed Martin. This is an American company, so Lockheed Martin with Tata Advanced Systems Limited, these two will manufacture F-16 fighter jets in India. Co-authored by Cornell University, INSEAD and WIPO. Well, the answer over here is India's rank was 60th. Alright, so India's rank was 60th. Last year it was 66th. So India climbed 6 spots, and on number 1 was Switzerland, number 2 was Sweden. Sweden's capital is Stockholm. I hope you guys remember that. Make sure you remember that. It has been asked in various examinations. And on the 3rd spot was Netherlands. The next question is, which bank has partnered with mobile payment switch TerraPay to enable real-time money transfer? The answer over here is Yes Bank. And Yes Bank is headquartered in Mumbai. And the CEO of Yes Bank is Rana Kapoor. The next question is Ram Nath Kovind. I'm sure all of you know his name by now. He has been selected as NDA's candidate for presidential election. Recently resigned from his post of governor of which state? So the answer over here is Bihar. Alright, he is a lawyer by profession, and he has represented India at UNGCA, United Nations General Assembly, and he was also a member of Rajya Sabha till 2006. And alright, so that's pretty much all you need to know. The next question is, which state announced to give all transgender students free education in this university? So the answer is Tamil Nadu. Not a very important question though. Next question is, which of the following internet giants is developing artificial intelligence? Now this is a very important question to help remove violent or inappropriate content before the user sees it. Now you probably know that on a lot of social networking websites people spread a lot of hateful racist material over there. Now it is very difficult for humans to scan through all these posts and just pick out all these racist posts and read them. So Facebook has decided to develop artificial intelligence in order to make this task easier, so that all the violent and inappropriate content can be removed before the user sees it. The next question is, who has been appointed CEO of Government e-Marketplace, an online platform for central and state departments for purchase of goods and services? Well, it's a straightforward question and it has a straightforward answer, Radha Chauhan. Alright. The next question is, which country has announced to phase out its dependence on nuclear power? So South Korea has decided to do that. Now they have done it because of fear of a Fukushima style meltdown. So they feared that what happened in Fukushima, Japan might happen in South Korea as well. So that's why they have done this. The capital of South Korea is Seoul. The capital of North Korea is Pyongyang. And the currency of South Korea is South Korean won. It is, the spelling is WON, South Korean won. Next question is, which IIT has developed wearable electronic devices using silk protein called silk fibrion? So the answer over here is IIT Kharagpur. The next question is, which of the following is being awarded the MBE, Member of the Order of the British Empire, by Her Majesty the Queen? Well, the answer is Annabel Mehta. Now she is the mother-in-law of Sachin Tendulkar and a social activist as well, and she has done a lot of good work for the society over the years, and for that she has been awarded. The next question is, Lok Sabha Speaker Sumitra Mahajan inaugurated the 16th Northeast Region Commonwealth Parliamentary Association Conference where? So this was inaugurated in Impal. And the next question is, Minister of External Affairs Sushma Swaraj announced to open how many new post office password seva kendras in the second phase? So the answer over is 149. In the first phase, 86 were opened. Now this is being done to make it easier for people to get passports. Next question is, NASA successfully completed a series of tests for which spacecraft's critical safety systems recently? So the answer is Orion. Alright. And NASA is headquartered in Washington DC. The next question is, Sam Pitroda has resigned from his post of Information Technology Advisor to which state government? The answer is Odisha. And the Chief Minister of Odisha is Naveen Patnaik. The Governor is Dr. S.C. Jamir. Alright, Jamir, Jamir. Next question is, DGCA recently suspended the flying license of which of the following airlines? So the answer is Air Carnival. Next question is, Rafael Nadal has moved up to which position in the recent ATP ranking? So we are talking about tennis over here, of course. So Rafael Nadal has moved to second position. On the top spot, the number one ranking is held by Andy Murray. The next question is, DRDO successfully test fired which fire and forget third generation anti-tank guided missile in a desert in Rajasthan? So the answer over here is Nag. And the chairman of DRDO is Dr. S. Christopher. The next question is, who won the men's singles title at the Indonesia Open 2017 Super Badminton Series tournament? So the answer over here is Kidambi Srikanth. Alright. The next question is, which country recently announced establishment of its diplomatic relations with China and breaking off with Taiwan? As you probably know, China claims to be the real China. The People's Republic of China claims to be the only China in the world, whereas Taiwan disputes it. Taiwan believes that Taiwan is rightfully the real China, and a lot of countries over the years have had different policies towards this. Some countries recognized only the People's Republic of China as the only China, and they had absolutely no diplomatic relations with Taiwan, whereas some countries had some diplomatic relations with Taiwan and the People's Republic of China. Panama was one such country. So Panama recently, what it did was, China offered a lot of money to Panama a lot of quote-unquote funds for infrastructure-based projects. So Panama found the deal quite lucrative, and Panama decided to break off all ties with Taiwan. Thus, Panama refused to recognize Taiwan as a country, and they established diplomatic relations with People's Republic of China. Now, this was considered a huge victory for the People's Republic of China and Xi Jinping. The next question is, which Indian Institute of Technology IIT will confer a doctorate in science on Olympian PT Usha at its convocation? The answer over here is Kanpur. Alright, IIT Kanpur will do that. The next question is, Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank AIIB recently approved the membership of 3 countries at its second annual meeting of governors held in South Korea. Now you have to answer which one of the following is not one of them. So 3 of these countries are new members of AIIB, but one of them isn't. So the answer over here is Tuvalu. So Tonga, Madagascar and Argentina, all 3 are now members of AIIB, but Tuvalu isn't. Next question is, RBI's Internal Advisory Committee AIC has recommended how many accounts totaling about 25% of the current gross NPAs for immediate reference under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code? Well, around 12 accounts. Alright, India's gross NPA is worth over 8 lakh crore. I'm talking about non-performing assets, and out of which 6 lakh crores is with public sector banks. Next question is, Niti Aayog shortlisted how many states under its SATH program? Now, what does SATH stand for? SATH stands for Sustainable Action for Transforming Human Capital, SATH, for developing into role model states in health and education sector each. So the answer over here is 5 each. Alright. Now, what are the sectors and the name of the states? In health sector, the 5 states that have been chosen are Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Assam, Karnataka and Gujarat. In education, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand and Andhra Pradesh. In that's pretty much all you need to know. The next question is, Mars orbiter mission has completed 1000 days in the Martian orbit. It was designed for a mission life of originally the people of ISRO thought that it will last only 180 days, but it lasted a very, very long time. It lasted around more than 1000 days now. So it's quite remarkable. Next question is, Competition Commission of India CCI recently imposed a penalty of 87 crore on Hyundai Motors India. Alright. The next question is, which of the following launched a bill book software to assist small and medium businesses in the country? So the answer over here will be cleartax.in. The next question is, Energy Efficiency Service Limited EESL is going to raise how much amount through corporate bonds to retrofit conventional appliances in the next few months? So around 1000 crore rupees will be gathered through all these bonds over here to retrofit. Retrofit means to improve something, to retrofit the conventional appliances. The next question is, UN General Assembly has approved the establishment of a new office for which of the following issue? So they have done that for counter-terrorism. The next question is, India recently ratified United Nations TIR, Transports Internationales Routiers Convention. So how many countries except India have ratified it thus far? So except India, 70 countries have ratified it. Now if India ratifies it, it will become 71. The next question is, Uttar Pradesh's first regional silk center will be set up where? So it will be set up in Gorakhpur. Alright. Next question is, which country launched its first X-ray space telescope to observe black holes? So this has been done by none other than China. The next question is, which state launched Anuyatra campaign for the differently abled? So the answer is Kerala. This was launched by our Vice President Hamid Ansari ji. Next question is, who has become the first Indian to be honored with the prestigious 2017 Sickle Cell Advocate of the Year award by Sickle Cell 101? So the answer over here is Dr. Sudham Kate. The next question is, government has recently increased the minimum support price MSP. This is quite important for the 2017-18 crop year for the following crops except rice. The next question is, Indian Energy Exchange IEX has filed draft papers with SEBI to float in initial public offerings. The issue will be managed by whom? All the above. Kotak Mahindra Capital, Axis Capital, IIFL Holdings, all of them. Next question is, how many Indian firms have been named in the top 100 of Nikkei Asian Review's Asia 300 companies list? So the answer over here is 20 companies. Next question is, India recently signed a wide shipping agreement to improve data sharing of on non-classified merchant navy ships with which country? Israel. So you have a big hint over here, Israel. And who is the Indian Navy Chief Admiral right now? He is Sunil Lamba. And the currency of Israel is New Shekel, SHEKEL, New Shekel. The next question is, G7 Environment Ministers meeting was recently held where? It was held in Italy, Bologna. Alright, Bologna, Italy. The next question is, as per UK-based Money Supermarket, what is India's rank in Global Environmental Impact Survey? So India's rank is 75th. Now the next question is, which space agency is working on an electric propulsion system which converts solar energy into electrical energy and thereby reduces the use of chemical propellant? So the answer over here is ISRO. The next question is, SEBI recently issued a framework for option trading in commodity derivatives. The average daily turnover target for agri products has been fixed at what? The average daily turnover has been fixed at 200 crore rupees. The next question is, NASA recorded May as the second warmest month of modern record keeping of average global temperatures in 137 years. The next question is, Cabinet recently approved a memorandum of understanding signed between India and Palestine to cooperate in the field of what? To cooperate in the field of agricultural and veterinary research. The next question is, which country has announced an online visitor visa application for Indians? Australia has done that. Now, of course, we have talked about Australia in depth in the first question itself. The next question is, bankbazaar.com has recently begun its operations in Malaysia, and Vipin Kalra will lead the business growth internationally, and Adil Shetty is the CEO of bankbazaar.com. The next question is, which are the two teams that have been added in Indian Super League 2017-18? We are talking about football over here. So the two teams that have been added are Bengaluru and Jamshedpur Football Club. The next question is, India recently imposed anti-dumping duty on chemical import from how many countries? So the answer over here is 5. The name of the 5 countries are Bangladesh, Taiwan, Korea, Pakistan and Thailand. The next question is, Swami Atma Stananda Ji Maharaj, who recently passed away, was the head of, well, this was in the news a lot, Ramakrishna Mission. He was the guru of our Prime Minister Narendra Modi for a very long time. Next question is, which of the following has been released by Twitter as its first weather-related emoji to celebrate monsoon in India? So the answer over here is umbrella. Emoji is something like this that is used in WhatsApp or something like that. The next question is, a web portal named No India Program was launched by which ministry? The answer here is Ministry of External Affairs. Under the program, the Indian diaspora all over the world would visit the country for a 25-day tour fully funded by the government of India. The next question is, NDRF recently positioned a team to combat nuclear and biological attacks in Delhi. Alright, and what is the full form of this acronym? NDRF, it is National Disaster Response Force. The next question is, India recently opened a dedicated air freight corridor service with which country? The answer is Afghanistan. The next question is, which of the following projects recently marked its completion after getting the permission from center to close the gates? So the answer is Sardar Sarovar Dam. For a very long time, this whole project was a victim of politics, but finally, since the BJP government is in power in the center and the state government, so they can easily move ahead this project. The next question is, who became the fastest cricketer to score 8,000 runs in ODIs? The answer is Virat Kohli. And of course, Yuvraj Singh, he became the 5th Indian player in the history of Indian cricket to play 300 one-day internationals. So that is quite an achievement as well. The next question is, when is ASEAN Dengue Day observed every single year? So the answer is June 15. This time around, the theme was United Fight Against Dengue. The next question is, what is the name of the Indian girl who won Diana Legacy Award for her crusade for better education for underprivileged children? So the answer over here is Nihaika Shamsher. The next question is, which country recently ratified the automatic exchange of financial account information with India? Switzerland did that. This was in the news a lot. The currency of Switzerland is Swiss franc. The next question is, when was International Day for Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict observed every single year? So the answer over here will be June 19, and the theme will be preventing sexual violence crimes through justice and deterrence. The next question is, P.N. Bhagwati, who recently passed away, was he a social activist, judge, or a RTI activist, or a journalist? He was a judge. Not just that, he was a former Chief Justice of India, and he also introduced PIL, Public Interest Litigation, which, as you know, is a very famous and a very successful thing in the Indian judiciary. The next question is, MK Global Financial Services announced recently that it has signed an agreement with which of the following for equity research? So the answer is DBS Baker Security in Singapore. Next question is, the initial science targets of the most powerful telescope JWST, the full form is James Webb Space Telescope, has been built by which agency? This, well, all the above actually. And during the examination they can trick you. Most people believe that the James Webb Telescope has been built only by NASA, but it has been built by all these space agencies. The next question is, who has authored the book Yug Purush Bharat Ratna Atalji? So the answer over here is Ramesh Pokhriyal. Verizon has completed acquisition of Yahoo's core business recently. The remainder of Yahoo, which has not been acquired, is now being traded in the markets under the name of Altaba. Alright. The next question is, which Indian film has been shortlisted to compete for top honors at the Shanghai International Film Festival? If you say Dangal, you are wrong. The answer is Sultan. The next question is, Helmut Kohl, who recently passed away, hailed from which country? Germany. He was the Chancellor of Germany from 1982 to 1998, and he is regarded as the father of German reunification. The next question is, with which country did India recently enter into an agreement to establish 9 billion in consensual credit and 1 billion in ODA for infrastructure development projects in India? South Korea. Alright. So this was done during a visit to South Korea by Arun Jaitley, our finance minister. The next question is, Union Minister for Housing, Urban Poverty Alleviation M. Venkaiah Naidu ji recently laid foundation for the construction of 1,93,000 prefabricated houses in Andhra Pradesh. So this is another step towards the Housing for All initiative by the current government. The next question is, who represented India at the meeting of BRICS Ministers of Foreign Affairs and International Relations that was held in Beijing? It was not Sushma Swaraj, neither was it MJ Akbar, nor was it our Foreign Affairs Secretary Dr. Jaishankar. The answer was Vijay Kumar Singh. The next question is, World Summit on the International Society Forum 2017 was recently held where? It was held in Geneva. And this is the end of the video. Dr. Gaurav Garg will be back next week, and it has been a pleasure doing this current affairs series with you guys. Thank you for listening, and I will see you with more videos soon.